All right. I'm just gonna wait till a couple people got in. Yep, I'm back on on social media, on YouTube particular. Yeah, it's been a while. It's been like a week. Okay, we got at least one or two people watching, which is good. I think I'm one of them because I watch my own stuff, but even live. But for those of you who are here, who will show up, that'd be great. So we're gonna just wait a while for some people to come, more people to come in. Yeah, as far as I know, it's good to be back. All right. For those of you who are in here, make sure you hit that like button. And if you haven't yet a subscriber, please subscribe. Also, I will appreciate if you share this live stream so that other people will be notified to see if they want to watch it or not. I appreciate that as well. It's gonna be a good one. So, as you know, I was on vacation this past week. Hmm. I'm gonna wait till more people come in. Plus, and if you end up missing it eventually, hopefully y'all be able to be around. I wonder if anyone has showed up. So far, we got only 2 people. All right, we got some extra people. Keep coming in. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscriber button if you've yet a subscriber. Okay, we got 4. How y'all doing? Those who are coming in the chat, coming to the live stream to watch. I understand if I don't get a bigger audience because it looks like some other people are doing live streams. But we'll get what we can get. Thank you for hitting that like button. Making sure you subscribe. For those who are coming in. See if I can. Oh, at least I could tell you what's up. So, I was in Jamaica. I think I told in the recently just video. All right, so the stream is called My Time in Jamaica. And there's a reason why it's called that. For those who happen to watch it and are hitting the like button. Because that's exactly where I was. So yes, I was in Jamaica this past weekend or week. Well, the trip started last weekend and it ended yesterday when I returned home back to America. And I say that I was with my family. That includes my parents, my brother, my sister. My brother also brought his girlfriend. We've been planning the trip since earlier this year. Hey, Rasheen Waiters. Oh, Nyla said, well, shout out to Nyla says, and thank you. I want to thank her for bringing me here to her. here. I mean, bringing me you to me. And shout out to Nyla Says, by the way. Thank you, Nyla Says, for helping me with subscribers and viewers. But anyway, now back to my vacation. So this holiday season, we decided to do a little thing a little different. We decided to go, instead of celebrating Christmas, we decided to go on a vacation overseas to Jamaica instead. So that's what we decided to do. Make sure when y'all comment, make sure you hit that like button. We've been planning this trip since late last year, early this year. Had, finance, and then of course you gotta have a passport in order to go overseas. I did all that, and our trip was from Saturday, December 22nd to Friday, December 28th, which was yesterday. So yeah, yesterday on December 28th was when I came back home to the United States of America. But let's go further back, shall we? Of course, I had to get a passport in order for me to go on vacation. So during the summertime this year, I did just that. My very first passport. I hear about people saying you got to get a passport and stuff like that. My dog just came in my room, by the way. If you hear any barking or whatever, or someone's like tired, like a tongue like that is most likely because the fact my dog is not in my room. Whatever. So this past summer was when I had to get my passport. It's the first time. I mean, it's going to be my very first trip overseas. Ever since the day I was born, I never left the country of the United States of America until this past holiday week. This past holiday week was the first time ever in my entire lifetime that I left the United States of America. I have left and went to different states of the United States of America, but never have I went to another country. But my Jamaica trip changed all that. I got my passport during early to mid-summer. As you know, by the way, I advise and suggest that people go get a passport. What's up, Rottweiler Morris? Peace. Thank you. Thank you for coming. I'm talking about my Jamaica trip. So yeah, but I'm first talking about the events before the actual trip right now. So yes, the first thing I had to do was, of course, make sure my money was tight. But then the next thing I had to do was make sure I got me a passport. Yes, I think I've heard people like Phil and Tariq and Lisa and maybe Radical Home Sister and or a lot of people saying, get the passport, get the passport, get the passport. So that's exactly what I did this past summer. Got me a passport, and as you know, those things can last up to 10 years before you have to renew it before it goes completely fully expired. And then when you renew it is when get an updated version, it lasts another 10 years. Well, you better go get you one, Rottweiler. Well, unfortunately, as you know, there's a government shutdown, so you may have to wait till next year, or at least sometime when the government ends its shutdown before you get a passport. And that's why um, people keep saying get your passport as fast as possible. And that's exactly what I did. And it was good timing too, because now hearing about this government shutdown, I didn't know that they close well the that certain areas get closed down, and including the passport office. So I went, luckily this summer, before all that mess happened, I went and got my passport. Yes, it is crazy. Next thing I did is I went to the store and make sure I got my travel stuff. Rules depending on certain countries and airports. When you pack, you have to make sure your suitcase is not above 150 pounds. If it is, you have to pay extra. Um, you have to like pay some money for a carry-on bag, or you can do it for free. Depends. And when it comes to things like creams, liquids, and toiletries and stuff like that, or mostly liquids, um, you have to make sure you are under between 3 to 16 ounces, because anything higher, and that is mostly with liquids and stuff. And make sure that if you have medication that you have been prescribed by a doctor to have that medication, because if neither is the case, then you can't take it with you. You have to leave it here, throw it away, or something. So I make sure I get what is called travel size items. That is when you go to whatever retail store or whatever, you get travel size items, and most of them are under 3 to 16 ounces. I thought I heard a noise. So I got that stuff, and then of course my folks did too. My parents and my brother and sister and my brother's girlfriend. That's who all came along with me. It was my folks that planned the idea of going on this trip. By the way, so we got our stuff together, and then of course we headed off to the airport. We had to take like 2 flights to and 2 flights back. Our first flight was Atlanta, Georgia, and then the plane from there was the one that was going to take us to Jamaica. Now, the Pacific area that we went to in Jamaica was called Montego Bay, and it's one of 3 counties that are built up Jamaica. Jamaica is divided into 3 counties and like 14 what they call parish, which is like states and stuff, but that's what they call them there. And places like Kingston and St. James each has a capital or something like that. But then of course the biggest is of course then there's the counties that some of these parishes are, and there's about 3, and Montego Bay is one of those counties, and that's exactly where we specifically went to, and that was Montego Bay. And it's basically a popular tourist attraction. It's beach, hotel, beach, fun in the sun, maybe some different excursions, popular tourist areas and stuff like that. So yeah, that's where we were staying for the holiday weekend and week was Montego Bay. A matter of fact, I might share on my screen my Facebook page, and that's where I posted most of the photos and videos of my trip to Jamaica. There was a lot of interesting things other than the county and parish and stuff like that. Like when we were first getting there, we were when we had to like take a bus to get to our hotel and stuff. Now, here's the thing about the driving and vehicles there in Jamaica. When people are driving through Jamaica, you know how here in the United States where the steering wheel is on the left side of the vehicle and you always drive to the right side of the road when you go certain areas. Well, in Jamaica, they have the steering wheel in their vehicles, majority of their vehicles, on the left side, and they drive on the left side of the road instead of the right side like here in the United States. You have to also be careful though, because some of the driving laws are laxed than here, where the driving laws here are strict. Some of the driving laws in Jamaica are kind of lax, because it felt like some of the vehicles were going fast, and sometimes they don't enforce the no texting rule. Oh, you live in the islands? So you live in Jamaica or something? Because if you was in Jamaica and where I was, we could have met in person for the first time, Rockweiler, if I had known. Oh, St. Thomas. Okay. Yes, I've heard of St. Thomas. I think we were over there. I know we were near St. James, but I'm not sure if we went in St. Thomas, or at least near it. I know we were like sometimes went into St. James and of course Montego Bay. So I didn't know you lived in Jamaica. Wait, that is a part of Jamaica, right? Oh, it's US. Oh, so it's a separate island. It's US. Oh, so it's a US territory. Okay, well, Jamaica. Oh, okay, you don't live in Jamaica. Okay, so you lived in a US owned territory that happens to also be an island, and it's St. Thomas. Well, Jamaica, as you know, years ago there was ancient tribes like the Taswa and some other native tribes. Yes, the Virgin. Oh, the Virgin Islands. You live in the Virgin Islands. Okay, yeah. Yeah, Jamaica is this beautiful island, but at one time it was like there's these ancient tribes that used to live there, like the Taswan. I think that was one of the tribes, you know. But unfortunately, you had people like the Spanish and Christopher Columbus, and then you have, of course, the British. They were an even bigger issue because, in fact, the British once owned Jamaica years ago during the times of slavery. And yes, I think I know that. Oh, hey, Jalen, what's up? You got my message. Yeah, I emailed you about this live stream. I'm talking about my vacation in Jamaica, and it looks like I am giving some historic history. And of course, my dog is huffing. I think she wants to go outside. Say, it's gonna hear some mostly silence because I'm about to go have to take my dog out real quick, and I don't have no panel tonight, so I'll be right back. Stay where you are, my audience. Sorry about that, but I will have to leave out. But then I'm coming back. Yeah, that's my dog. All of a sudden wanted to go outside. So anyway, back I was saying, yeah, the British at one time owned the island of Jamaica, or had some control of it during slavery, until slavery ended. What I was going to do tonight is I'm going to go to my Facebook page and show you some stuff. So, matter of fact, this is my Facebook page. So, that's something else. So for the past few hours and even parts of yesterday, I've been taking random posting photos and videos, random ones of my trip, at least the ones I was able to get. And as a treat for y'all, for those of you, hold on, let's see if I can invite some more people to come over to my live stream. As this live stream continues on, you might have the privilege and honor of looking at some of those photos here on my Facebook channel. Matter of fact, if you go to my Facebook page, you get to, and especially if you're following me on Facebook, you get to check out some of these video and photos. So let me clear all this stuff. So when we got to Jamaica, the hotel. Well, first I'm gonna click off the screen real quick, but we'll put it back up later. That's me, by the way, and that's my father. On this, hold on. That's me. That's my father, and over here is 4 other people. This woman right here is my mother. This is my sister right here, my little brother, and this is my brother's girlfriend. So, I'm clicking off my screen real quick, but I might put it back up later. Joshua Hamilton, Walkweiler. Just type in Joshua Hamilton and find the photo of me in a white shirt, or just a photo of me and you just saw my picture. So look for that particular, look for any photo that looks like me and that with my name and that I just said, and you'll be able to find my page. You can also look for my page in the description box and comment section, because I do have the link to my Facebook account, and you could just um you don't have to type anything. Just look for the links in the description box and comment section of all the different accounts on different social media sites. You'll be able to find my Facebook account. You could just befriend me on there. But anyway, now back to the trip. When we first, yeah, so after the driving, the bus driver took us to our hotel that we were staying. The hotel we were staying was the Rose Hall beach resort. Rose Hall is part of this chain of hotels. The Ivory Star is what it's called, and the Rose Hall Beach Resort was among the hotels that was a part of that thing, and that's where we stayed. There's a suite Rose Hall, and then there's a beach resort. We stayed in the beach resort. So we finally arrived. Okay, thank you for subscribing. Rockweiler, I think I see. I'm about to friend you on Facebook real quick. All right. I've now friended you. You're now considered a friend. Anyway, so all right, yeah, I already answered your friend request, Rockweiler. So you're now officially a friend of mine on Facebook. Yeah, so we got there at 12 o'clock. We were actually on separate flights. My parents, my brother, my parents, my sister, and myself were on one flight. We got there at 12 o'clock. My brother and his girlfriend, her name was Chanel. They got there around like 3 o'clock. So we stayed at that hotel all the way till Friday. Friday was when we left. Matter of fact, let's go back to my Facebook page. So let's see here. Okay, so I should have the hotel. That's not it, but that's not it. So I'm just gonna go to my photos. That might make things more easier. I'm trying to find a photo. Like not sure if I have it. Oh, you know what? Here. Well, this was the hotel we were staying, so I want to make sure y'all, yeah. And of course, that's me posing. I got my brother to take a picture of me doing this pose and stuff. Back in the background, you see here is, of course, the hotel that we were staying in. So I want to know what y'all think in the comment section. Oh, hey, Nikki, what's up? Welcome to my live stream. Yeah, so that was so yeah. Oh, here's another photo of me. Yeah, that's me wearing a T-shirt I got at one of the gift shops or markets, and that it had, of course, has the Jamaica no problem, and has the Jamaica flag, the nation's flag, and that was me. Now I have other photos and videos I haven't posted on any social media that I might post later, so you may not be able to see them on this live stream. But that's just some of the stuff, and this is just random stuff from other things. Of course, this is we was on one of the days we went on this boat called the Cool Runnings boat, and I happened to take a picture, and they had to have their flag, the Jamaican flag, and I decided to take a picture of the Jamaican flag that was on their boat. There were different tours that we went to. I just mentioned the Cool Runnings. The bus was fast, so I had to act fast when it came to pictures. And this is like one of their like tents or stuff. I decided to take maybe a few pictures and videos of the town, of some of the areas that I was able to get pictures, but the drivers were very fast because we weren't walking to certain areas. This was someone's market or tent, and has the Jamaican flags. Just some of the pictures I took. You know, this is most likely one of the locals there. This is a random picture of some more locals. And this was some of the photos of some of the different houses while I was on some of the tour buses to go to certain attractions and areas and stuff. You know, they got this mountain right here. Here's some more buildings that I took. All right, so one of the first places we went to was this thing called the Luminous Lagoon Bar and Grill. I didn't really get much picture or that I posted it yet. Hold on. I'm going to see if I can invite another person to come over. Hold on a second. I'm going to tell you what see if I can get some more people to come over and check out my video. Yeah, every once in a while, I might try to invite some people to come over there and not watch my stream yet. Where? So one of the places we went to was called this Luminous Lagoon. So this was this guy, right? I took a photo and maybe a video of this guy. He was doing a limbo / fire show there. So yeah, we was at this place called the Luminous Lagoon, and it's a popular tourist attraction. There was a reason why it was called the Luminous Lagoon. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to find. Let's see what I'm trying to find. I'm trying to find a video of the performance that he was doing. So basically he was doing some kind of fire shows, like different videos I was doing of the fire show. Of course, they had an MC. You do fire shows. They do fire shows over where you live too. Yeah. I went to Montego Bay. Now the area in this video is called the Luminous Lagoon. There's actually more than one Luminous Lagoon in 3 different countries, and one of those countries is Jamaica. So I was staying at Montego Bay, Nikki. Now, I kind of, what I meant to show earlier was him doing the limbo stuff. I'm trying to see because there was a part. Yeah, now here's the part where I'm trying to show where he's like doing spitting the fire and stuff. It's hard to see because there's a lot of people. You might get a few glimpses of him spitting the fire. Hold on a second. My dog is calling. I gotta bring her back in. So this won't take long. Yeah, I know, live stream. First of all, everyone, I want to apologize for the interrupted leave, and now I'm back. I had to let my dog back in because she was barking outside. But anyway, right now I'm showing this video of the person trying to spit fire. There was a lot of tourists, so it was hard for me to like get a video, but I managed to get a few glimpses of it. See? Very interesting, dangerous, but very interesting trick. So I'm going to go back. I'm going to click off my screen real quick. Now, the reason why it's called the Luminous Lagoon, because there's mechanisms within the water of the lagoon that when you splash or interrupt it, it causes the lagoon to the water to light up. No, he's walking on some kind of platform or sand or something. So, and he was also doing limbo, and during one of his performances, he would get young children, volunteers, to join him in a limbo contest or something. Now back to Luminous Lagoon. And of course, my dog happened to walk in when I'm trying to talk about my vacation. The The luminous lagoon is basically this lagoon that lights up when you interrupt the water and splash the water and stuff. I think it has something to do with the fresh water being mixed with the salt water, along with some microorganisms that causes. Yeah. So I didn't like. Some people were even swimming in the water. Oh, that's what they do, Walkweiler. That's interesting. But anyway, so yeah, there's actually they set the glass on fire too when they walk on it. Okay, all right, that's good to know. Maybe I'll check out that island one day in my next possible vacation if I can. All right, now back to the luminous lagoon. So basically, is when the water splashes or you swim in it, it glows. I didn't get a good video or I didn't post it any picture, but like you have to really experience it through swimming. I didn't want to get in the water. What I was about to say. Yeah, so they say that there's actually 3 luminous lagoons. Indonesia and Puerto Rico have one. Yeah, Puerto Rico and Indonesia have a luminous lagoon, but the brightest luminous lagoon is Jamaica. The brightest luminous lagoon in the world is in Jamaica. And it's supposed to be the most well known, the brightest one. Yeah, wow. So, yeah. So one day, and then of course we went back home. We went back to the hotel, and there was other performances that like there's this theater where they have performances. So I think I got at least let's see here. I don't think I posted it yet. But there's like different performances and stuff. Yeah, here's another. So basically, this was like some of the performances that happens at this theater. So basically, it's some kind of tribal or carnival Caribbean style performance that happened in some of these theater, and they're like, this is just a couple of the performances that or stuff that I happened to record when I came to this theater and watched this performance and stuff. Oh, you can't? Sorry about that. Let me. Okay, I'm going to share the screen. I'm going to start all over. Yeah, right here, what you're seeing is just some of the performances I saw when I was in the hotel. And yes, they play a lot of reggae music in Jamaica and stuff. I mean, then again, they were the ones that invented it. So you'll be hearing reggae music and stuff throughout this live stream. With some kind of carnival style, Caribbean style performance. There's another performance that I wanted to show y'all on this live stream real quick too. All right, I'm gonna stop that. The performance ends. There was another performance I want to show you. This one right here. I only had maybe I was only able to get a glimpse or a little bit of the performance. Eventually, I found out that the name of the performance is called Dance Hall Explosion. So basically, you hear about the Jamaican dance halls and stuff like that, and what goes on in those clubs over in Jamaica and stuff, the dance halls and stuff. And that's basically homage to that in this performance when I was recording the little I was able to record. And that is the all right. Look, sorry about that. I forgot. Hold on. Sorry. Hold on. This has nothing to do with. I forgot to plug. Sorry, that has nothing to do with my vacation. but the dance hall explosion performance did. So yeah, so basically that was homage to the the Jamaican dance halls and stuff like that. And then of course I decided to take a little nap. Of course we decided, went to bed and stuff like that. I'm going back in here so I can see if I can invite more people to come on over and watch my live stream. See if they want to come on over. If not, that's understandable. So the next day we went to this tourist attraction called the Dolphin Cove. It basically it's this dolphins and stuff like that. And what makes this place interesting is that there you actually get to swim with the dolphins. So yes, I happened to be in the water with an actual dolphin and stuff. So they also have this other area where you can go snorkeling with um rays, stingrays. And then there's these nerve sharks and stuff like that. We didn't do all that. I just was in the water with the dolphins and stuff. They had the trainer, um, trains the dolphins and stuff. I even got to touch a dolphin. So, yeah. Then of course I talked about the Cool Runnings boat. We went on the cruise running boat, and one of the attractions I'm actually about to show you that I went to when we went to that cruise running was this thing called the Dunn's River Falls. So I'm about to show you that real quick. Well, this is more of an image because I couldn't take an actual photo because I couldn't bring my phone around. So what I'm about to do is I'm about to unshare my screen real quick. And this is exactly, this of course this is Jamaica. This is the map of Jamaica and stuff. So this is where I was, the Dunn's River Falls. And the thing is, you got to climb up there, and I was among the people along with my sister and my brother's girlfriend, Nichelle. I mean Chanel, and we actually climbed this wall that you'll see. Now this is just an image from the internet, but this is exactly where we went when we went to the Cool Runnings, and we climbed that wall. Climbed this wall. So when we while we was on the boat, I'm about to unshare my screen again real quick. I try to get to a couple photos that I took. Let's see here. Let me move this out of the way. So far, what do y'all think in the chat room? What do you think about the conversation, the live stream so far? Talk about my trip. Understandable. Okay. The way y'all, well, so I got a couple of videos I wanted to show. I mean, or photos. Of course, this was. Hold on, let me share my screen real quick. Oh, just remember if you or someone you know didn't get to see this, you can catch the replay of my trip to the boat later. Okay, this was me. We was on the Cool Runnings boat. This is of course, this is my mother, my brother Jonathan, my sister Jessica, and my brother's girlfriend Chanel. My father didn't come because he decided he didn't want to go on the boat because he had motion sickness and stuff like that. So of course, this is me. The flag of I showed that earlier. That was mess. I'm trying to find a way so. Hold on. Hold on. This is just brand. This is I showed this earlier, so you know what? I might have it on another thing of photos. Oh yeah, I think it was right here. So this was some of the pictures I took when I was on the boat and stuff, and this is some of the houses because we got to see a little sightseeing of Jamaica through the Cool Runnings boat, and this was just some of the photos of the different houses and stuff that I took. That was from the dance hall, the theater that I showed earlier, and this is the Dolphin Cove that I talked about earlier. This is where we went, the Dolphin Cove, where we went. We actually passed through it when we was on the Cool Run. This is where I went, where I talked about earlier, when I was in the water with dolphins. There was some other videos or photos or stuff I wanted to show. This was just some of the stuff that was going on. Some lady was doing a performance on here. This was one of the guides, tourists that was showing us around and stuff. Decided to do a performance and got 2 volunteers. We were celebrating after we climbed that wall. There was a video I forgot to post that I might post later that we was like partying and stuff like that, and we was dancing all the way out till we got off the boat and stuff. All right, so that was happened at the Cool Runnings boat. So eventually we got off the Cool Runnings boat and stuff, and one of the other tour things we went to the following day is we went to the Rick's Cafe and stuff, and here's where I got to record a Jamaican band doing some music. Well, actually, I got a couple. We also went to this beach. Looks like a couple reggae performances. This was just some locals. And of course, my sister and some tourists got in the shot, but I was just recording some tourists doing some reggae music. This was when I was at this place called the Rick's Cafe, got a bigger performance. Here. I wanted to get to the actual performance. Of course, this was a popular tourist attraction. It was called the Rick's Cafe. So you'll be seeing some non-Jamaican people in here. These are just tourists. And I was mostly focused on recording the performance. Let me start off a little bit. All right, so we're gonna we went well, there was one evening where we went back to the thing, to the theater, and there was some performances that was going on that I wanted to show y'all. So basically this was a performance that talked in a way through dance and music. They talked about the history of Jamaica. So I'm going to show you a couple clips of the videos of the performance. This was when we went back to the hotel and went to the theater and stuff.
First Maroon War, it lasted on and off for 8 years, though it began in 1655 and continued for 84 years. In 1739 to 1740, the British government in Jamaica
hold on.
not defeat the warriors.
Looks like I skipped over a part of the performance.
The warriors should remain in their 5 main.
Looks like I accidentally skipped over a performance. Hold on, there might be a way I can get to it. So hold on, sorry. This is not it. This was just that's something else. Sorry. Oh, here's how I can find it. Right here. So in the beginning, it talks about the Jamaica roots, the earlier tribes. So this was kind of a dance that talks about the earlier tribes. All right, next. This next part of the performance is, of course, where they talk about when colonialists started coming in, like Christopher Columbus and the British and stuff. And so this one guy was portraying Christopher Columbus or some colonist, and she throws the spear at him because he's a colonist. He's trying to invade the Jamaica country.
Columbus set sail from Palos de la Frontera, Spain on August 1st, 1492, with about 90 men and 3 ships.
So of course, this is the colonists and stuff coming in Jamaica, invading and stuff. Basically, each performance is just showing a history lesson. Jamaica. Sorry about that.
War, it lasted.
Basically, each performance is showing a history lesson of Jamaica.
First Maroon War, it lasted on and off for 8 years, though it began in 1655 and continued for 84 years. In 1739 to 1740, the British government in Jamaica, since it could not defeat the warriors, came up with a solution. The warriors should remain in their 5 main towns.
So I'm about to.
From the Congo, Bongo region in Central
Oh, this talks about some kind of dance.
and religious practices and
Hold on.
is descended from the Congo, Bongo region in Central involves dance, music, and religious practices and beliefs. Distinctive and powerful drum beats is used to invoke ancestral communication.
Oh, sorry about that. I must have hit something. Um, yeah, that was just. Oh, yeah, I'm trying to get back. Yeah. Some of the different performances.
After the emancipation of slaves in 1834, Jamaica experienced a revival that gave birth to two religious
Here's another
centers that
performance.
had an influence on the birth of ska.
Oh, yeah, I accidentally hit my camera during that one performance. So I'm going to go to the next part of that same performance. This is basically the same part. I accidentally hit something on my camera phone when I was recording this. So basically, it's some kind of dance or some kind of revelation that's going on during their period in Jamaica that they're displaying. right. So here's another part of the performance. So basically, it's like some kind of carnival style theme in this next performance of the show.
So you wake up in the morning and you just realize I never come back again. And you're looking for your black and you can't find your black. And stop, I'm ready to jump. The Rastafari movement grew out of the darkest depression that the descendants of African slaves in Jamaica had ever lived in. Freedom of spirit, freedom from slavery, and the freedom of Africa was its cry.
If they want to win the revolution, but win it with Rasta. You can't win the other way, because if you win the other way, you have to fight again.
Greetings in the name of the Lord. Jah! Hear the voice of the Rastaman say, but I swear it wasn't something good. All around in my hometown, entrepreneurs trying to track me down. Say you want to bring you to for the killing of a deputy, for the life of a deputy. For I say, I am guilty, I will pay.
give thanks and praise to the Lord, and I will be alright. Let's get together and be alright. Give thanks and praise to the Lord, and I will be generations of witnessing.
This is the final performance we're going to show, and probably the final video. So basically, this is like a homage to Jamaica or something. Basically, it's modern day Jamaica or something. All right. So that's basically all the performances and stuff. Hold on, let's see if there's... And here's more random photos. This was a cruise ship I happened to take a picture of, and more buildings. Oh, there's me with a little puppy dog. In Jamaica, they got lots of stray dogs and goats and maybe even chickens running around over in their towns and stuff like that. And I happened to pick up a little puppy, and here's my sister. She happened to pick up 2 puppies. My mom had a puppy. So yeah, that was just all the different things that I happened to come across when I was in Jamaica. Hold on. You might not be able to hear the tourists, but I'll tell you what she was talking about. If you were able to hear this was supposed to be a high school or something, and this happens to be the high school of the infamous Usain Bolt, the famous track star. So or my family, when we did some of these when some of these tour buses and vans and stuff, we happened to drive past this particular school, and this happens to be where Usain Bolt went to school and stuff. How he began his career into going into track and stuff. I had some other interesting kind of photos and stuff. Of course, this is a statue of Bob Marley, the famous reggae star of the past, Bob Marley. So now you know how people in Jamaica say things like "yaman" and "alright" in that accent and stuff. Well, of course, the language in Jamaica, of course, English is one of the languages they speak, because the British, were there, and that's probably how they got the English language. But there's this language called Patois, and that's when you hear them go yaman and stuff. That comes from the language of Patois. That's the language that they speak when you hear them going yaman and stuff like that. Some of the food there was a lot of good food that I ate there. I tried like this thing called jerk chicken, and then there's jerked fish. And I even tried a jerk burger because there's it's this type of sauce called jerk sauce, and it's very popular. One of the popular foods and spices they have in Jamaica and stuff. So it was actually pretty good. And rice and peas was like another traditional. I didn't try the oxtail, but I heard that one was popular. But I did have this fried plantains, just something that was another food that's kind of popular in Jamaica. And then another food that was popular was called the Jamaican patty. Now that I kind of didn't like, but I did like the jerk chicken. The jerk chicken was delicious. Eventually that Friday, well, actually on Thursday, my brother and his girlfriend left, and then that Friday, my parents, my sister, and myself had to go back to because that was the end of our vacation and stuff. I mean, that's all I have to say about my vacation. Like I say, you can come to my Facebook page and check out some of the pictures. I might put more on later, maybe on Instagram and Twitter. Um, as far as the vacation as a whole, I had a pretty good time. And maybe one day if I have the chance, I'll probably go back and maybe do even more stuff. Um, and in Jamaica and stuff when I go, if I do ever go back. You know that if Jamaica's a good place to check out. I mean, I know it has its issues and stuff, but at the same time, it's a good place. And you know how we want to talk about how the black community here in America has to travel more. We talk about going to places like Africa. Let's also try to go places here in the try to go to places in the Caribbeans like the Bahamas and Jamaica and get connected with the people of these two nations of the nations as well. You know, I to tell you the truth, I just went there to have a good time in Jamaica, but still, that's a way to explore, meet people, talk to people, and stuff like that. And maybe that would lead to later on a bigger conversation, to help with the black community as a whole and unity and stuff. But yeah, so maybe more of us in the black community in America travel to the Caribbean and Africa and stuff. We'll be able to connect with the people more. Well, first to just have fun and stuff, and then maybe as we keep going, we start in the process of business and stuff. I just only went just a family vacation, but who knows what can come out of it later in the future if I ever went back. But that's all I have to say for now. So I'm going to click off my screen. I'm now back in the United States, of course, and that was when I started. Oh, hey, Nicole, what's up? Looks like a great time. Yes, I did have a great time. One I learned some stuff too. Like one of the top financial things that brings money to the country is, of course, tourism and agriculture. When the bananas and sugar canes and coffee beans and stuff like that, that comes from the agriculture, and that's one of the few things of wealth and finance for the country of Jamaica. And then of course, all the tourism is also their biggest part of Jamaica's income. I'm not sure if I want, since there's not really a lot of people watching, I'm not sure if I'm going to do a panel, and it looks like the live stream is about to be over because I've pretty much talked about what I talked about. But maybe y'all can ask me questions in another live stream. Maybe a Q&A, if I decide to do a Q&A live stream where y'all can come in and talk about the live stream. I think I can do that. If you haven't seen much of the live stream, just remember you can always check out the replay. Also, make sure you share this live stream, share this video through email, share it at different social media accounts so that people who didn't get to see it tonight get to eventually get a chance to see the live stream. That would be good. Also, make sure you like and make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notifications in case if you're not subscribed or not. And like I said, share this live stream if so friends and family members of yours that wanted to see this live stream but couldn't tonight can catch at least the replay. But that's all I have to say for now. Thank you for listening out on my story on my good time in Jamaica. Also go on Facebook and maybe Instagram as I'll continue posting pictures and videos of my trip. You can catch go to my Facebook. It's matter of fact, the link to my Facebook page is in the description box and comment section right now. So you can go there and, you know, friend me on Facebook and stuff like that, and you'll be able to catch some of the photos and videos of my trip to Jamaica that I do have. There is more videos and photos I might post later on. But yeah. But that's all I have to say for now. Thank you for your time, and I hope to catch y'all in another live stream or video. So peace, everyone.